Hello friends, welcome to 3 Minute Game Pass. I'm Nathan and today I'm going to tip this Game Pass games with your time and bandwidth. Today's game is Joyride Turbo. Have you ever heard of a game that rhymes with Dario fart? Well, Xbox tried to make a game like that on Kinect a ways back, and it didn't really work. So they redid it and made it for a controller, and that's this game. Joyride Turbo is an Xbox 360 game, which means it doesn't have any upgrades besides, what you get with your modern system that kind of upscales it. And the game takes about 2 to 3 hours to complete all the races, a little more, but it's one of those games you're supposed to be replaying a lot with your friends and or enemies. So what exactly is Joyride Turbo? Well, it's a kart racing style game with an emphasis on drifts and tricks to gain boost to eventually win the race, as well as tracks with many multiple routes to explore. The game is broken into 3 CCs, each with their own set of races to complete. All of these can be played single player or up to 4 player split screen, which is pretty cool. You don't get that in a lot of modern games these days. The game's main emphasis is on drifting and tricks, as both of these will fill your boost meter, allowing for a sudden surge of speed. There are also item boxes that contain items that are, okay, I'll just say it, it's virtually identical to the items in Dario Fart. The big draw of the game, however, is that you can use your Xbox 360 avatar to drive the car. Wait, no one actually cares about that. The actual big draw is the courses, which contain multiple branching paths throughout that can lead to entirely different race experiences based on which one you take. Often these paths you'll find car parts which you'll need to collect to unlock more cars to drive around on. Overall, it is a kart racer with, again, an emphasis on tricks and drifting and fancy tracks, which I already said, so I'm just driving in circles at this point. What do I like about Joyride Turbo? Well, the courses are really replayable because of the fact they have so many routes. I found myself replaying them fairly often to try and see where the other paths took me and if they were faster or slower. The driving controls also feel pretty good for a kart racer overall, and this game is actually pretty challenging in that regard, where the AI doesn't cheat per se, but they're also not really stupid, like in the lower CCs in Dario Fart. And lastly, I just love games that have 4-player co-op on one system, couch co-op. It's just really great, and it works really well with this game as it is a racing game. When it comes to the bad, while the layouts of the courses are neat, their visual aesthetic is generally really boring. I feel like they didn't do anything particularly exciting with where you are racing. It's just the courses themselves are fun, but the aesthetics are bland. And items generally feel underpowered overall, and they're not super satisfying to use, unlike in Dario Fart or other comparable games where items are a big point in beating the other players. In this one, they kind of just feel like, a slight tickle to slow them down. And lastly, the game doesn't really do anything to separate from its competitors, such as the absolute excellent Sonic kart racing games, and it just really feels like a diet Dario Fart, so yeah. So there's no rate games here on a 3-point scale. Must play, maybe consider, don't bother. This is definitely a maybe consider. If you want a 4-player kart racing game on the Xbox, this game is actually completely serviceable. I'd grab 3 friends and run a few tracks and we'd all have a great time. But it's like junk food, good in small doses, but nothing really sustainable underneath. If you have no other kart racer options, I guess this one is fine. But if you own a Switch, don't even bother with this game. Just go play Mario Kart. I mean Dario Fart, damn it. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and go out there and enjoy Joyride Turbo.